Well, down at the barn, picked the kids up from school. Heading back to the house now. Heading back to the house now. A little bit of a chilly day, not bad towards the latter part of the morning, but a little chilly to start today. It's going to be a little chilly to start tomorrow, and then the temperature's going up. So a good day to video tomorrow, good day to train tomorrow. Should be a good day across the board. I've already had a couple of people ask me some questions, but I'm going to just do a quick overview of last night. Patrick DeProna, 8-hole, got away. Obviously, as a 10-year-old, he knows the scoop. You're 8th on any size track at the quarter pole. It's never a good thing. And just kind of went through the motions. Base 54-4. I don't know what he was at the half, 58 apiece maybe. But all in all, not much you can say about it. You know, it just is what it is. 3-point blue chip, I thought he was ready to do last night what he will be ready to do next week. I thought he raced well. Had I blocked a little bit and went left coming out of the turn, I'm an easy third. But I thought I would attack. Usually he's got a pretty good kick. But second start back, and he wasn't razor sharp last night. And as I said to Jason, you know, one thing we've never done about with 3-point is gallop him. I'm going to see if he wants to do a little galloping this week. Sharpen him up, brighten him up, and maybe block his feet. I think you're going to see a good effort from 3-point blue chip this week coming up at Northfield Park. So that was last night, a 4th and a 6th. Not much you can do about it. It just is what it is. Now, as I said, this is a time of year when the corks start to come off. We start to watch the horses very closely at that transition. And I noticed there was 3 or 4 horses maybe getting on the line a little bit, getting in a little bit in the turns, ever so slightly. And the one big giveaway is when you go on the track with a horse that looks a little pinchy and then jogs out of it. What happens is you're going to see the horse jog out of it in a quarter of a mile, then it'll be half a mile, then it'll take a lap. Before you know it, that horse is sore on the line, and now you're on a path where you don't want to be on, where the horse is starting to get sore, lame for the year, and that's not where we want to be with any of them. So I was trying to be super proactive today and look at all the horses. Now, although Blue Rare never has shown any lameness, you know, she is a muscle mass, and in my mind, every single one we've ever had, the good ones and the bad ones, always showed some knee issues throughout their training. That has not happened with Blue Rare, but I did want to take a look anyway. Dr. Latessa put 4 horses under x-ray today. Blue Rare, three other ones. Blue Rare was one. Steph's Hope, got that out, was another one. Amy's Filly, Pretty Eyes and Lies was another one, and Zena Kemp also. The one thing I noticed about Zena was she was boxing her gate up a little bit early. Now, is that just her interfering and we got to help her push through it, or was it something else? With Blue Rare, it was just a muscle mass thing. A big, strong filly. I just want to be out in front of anything that may be lurking under the surface. Pretty Eyes and Lies was getting on the line a little bit, as was Steph's Hope. So we'll run through those real quick. First off, Blue Rare, I said to Mike, I said, just give it to me on a scale. One being bad, 10 being good, and 7 being what you would expect. He said, well, Blue Rare's a 9. He said, and if you're telling me that you were worried about her knees, I would say not to. You could blister them up a little bit after her training mile this week. Keep an eye on them. We can revisit it in a few weeks, but as of today, she's fine. Perfect. I'm glad to hear that. Pretty Eyes and Lies, third carpals were a little reactionary. You'd see that this time of year, especially after a few weeks training on a harder track, if they were susceptible. Now, Pretty Eyes and Lies stands like this, which is going to put pressure on her knees anyway. So I wasn't shocked, but Mike said again, if you had to train her, you could. If you're worried about it, I would blister her knees today, not train her for the next week, and then assess her after that. I suspect if you blister and don't train her on Wednesday, just jog her, get the corks off her, jog her Wednesday through next Wednesday, I would suspect you would see a drastic improvement. By next Saturday, you'd be able to retrain her, and that was the same for the next 2. Zena Kemp, little rough sesamoids behind, third carpals were a little sore up front, put a blister on both of those. just jog her, get the cork off her. She already has flip-flops on up front. Just move from maybe cork on her up front to a little bead of borium to help her get a hold of the track, and then behind get those winter corks off her. Also, Steph Soap, same type of thing, reactionary third carpals, blister. Give her the week of just jogging, get the cork off her, and by next Saturday, I suspect there won't be a problem with getting all three of those other horses back on schedule. But this is just me being very proactive. I counseled all our trainers this week. I need to know if there is any difference in it for the next month, and because I could miss it, right? If I'm sitting second or third and you're sitting back in sixth, and you pull up and how was she? Oh, she was good. Okay, but how good? The same good, maybe a little bit different, but strong. They're going to be strong. One has nothing to do with the other. I need to know if there are any changes. So that is how we got to today. So no issues with any of those four, and quite frankly, those are the only four with concerns. Sure, we have splints. Marco just messaged me and said, "Hey, I thought that AC/DC couldn't train because we were cryoing splints." Well, Dr. Latessa couldn't move today. His neck was stiff as a board. I felt bad for him because I've been there. Nothing worse than like a pinched nerve in your neck. Oh my goodness. And he just couldn't get it done. He said, next week, we'll get them done next week. So we have Solidarity and AC/DC tomorrow. Both have big splints. Megan's Lucky's day doesn't really bother her. Megan's Lucky Day, yeah. They don't really bother her, but I did want to get them checked. There's about 3 or 4 other ones where they could be done. They haven't been to a boiling point yet. Obviously, the two that are most concerning to me at this point were Solidarity and AC/DC. Tyler is going with one for sure tomorrow, if not both of those horses. So be aware. Keep them at about 90%. Don't let them overextend themselves, and do your best to not have them make breaks. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow with AC/DC. A great question by Marco also was, if you go with them and they're not 100%, do you risk potentially injuring them further down the line? That's a great question. Now, the answer would be no for splints for sure. It's more of, I use this analogy where you bang your shin, because it's just skin and bone, right? There's not a lot there. That's why it's so painful. It's right there on the surface. And it'd be like banging your shin, right? It hurts. You limp around, but you can muscle through it. And when it comes to the horses, although it would not be something you'd want to continue on for a long period of time, because those horses could get on the line and end up maybe not injuring themselves, but maybe that would cause them to crossfire a little bit. Maybe that would cause them to get to a knee a little bit. So I'm not worried about it for the time being, but it's not something that I want to continue to kick down the road. So although they're not crowd for tomorrow, they will be training tomorrow, and regardless of how they look, they need to work. We all need to work. So that's the plan for those two horses. Now tonight, I'm excited. I'm going to watch Greatest Ending at 6:30, and then we have Drebin and Spitfire in tonight. Cadeau is in tomorrow. We have a number of horses in Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, we have 5 horses in at the Meadows. As Chris, my partner, said on Vehement, I was shocked to see that he get in 2 weeks in a row. He's going to be good this week. He drew the outside, which might sound bad, but with this particular horse, I would rather the 8-hole than the rail, quite frankly. And I think he might get away better. I would love to see him closer to the front in an attacking position, and that is going to be my plan with him. We have Westland Warrior, who is also in to go. We have Never Lose Felix, who is in to go. We also have Memory and Imagination back on short order, Sunday back Thursday, but I don't think that's a big deal for him. It wasn't a very taxing mile for him on Saturday, so he should be fine. Also, one other horse in early. Can never just get to 5, right? Anyway, we have 5 in for sure on Thursday afternoon. Only 1 in, but it is Jim Bree. She's going to be making her 2025 start, her sophomore debut. It's going to be in another country, and James is going to drive her for Dominic. She's getting picked up tonight at the barn and taken to Ontario. So that's the plan for today. We're all done today. I'm done anyway for the evening. I'm going to settle in and watch some racing from Mohawk. Tomorrow we have the babies training. We have a number of sophomores that are training Tuesday and Wednesday. We have some horses qualifying Thursday. We have a horse, maybe two, schooling on Thursday. I won't be here for any of that. I'm in race 1 on Thursday afternoon also. That's the horse I'm trying to remember, is the horse that's in on Thursday, race number 1. I'm not going to be able to find it very easily. I know it's not Looks Like Money. The open trot was carried over to Friday, and we're keeping a very close eye on the Friday draw tomorrow morning from both Meadows and Mohawk. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I hope you guys are having a good day. Should be a good day tomorrow. Really happy with the way things are turning out. As I said, for the 3 horses, there's only 3 scratched as of right now. For the 3 horses that are scratched, they could easily go. There wouldn't be a problem. I haven't seen much of a difference over the last 3-4 weeks, but they were on a line a little bit, maybe a little boxy going into the turns with respect to Zena Kemp and Steph's Hope, just starting out a little pacey. I think those knees have probably been nagging at her for a while. Just going to back off, blister them, let her catch up, let those fill in and cool down, and we'll be right back at it a week from Saturday. So that is the plan for tomorrow. That is a recap of last night and this morning. Happy with the way things are going and eager to see how everything plays out in the latter part of the week into the weekend. So with that, I'll let you go. Take care. I will talk to all of you likely tomorrow morning.